Welcome to Michigan in Focus. I'm Bruce Walker, Great Lakes Regional Editor for the Center Square. Joining me today is the Center Square's Managing Editor, Tom Gantert. Let's jump into it. We have a declared candidate to replace Senator Debbie Stabenow. What do you know about Ms. Slotkin, other than the fact that she just seemed to kind of spring out of nowhere running for a U.S. House seat against Tom Barrett? She won handily, and no, I don't even think her seat in Congress is warm yet, and now she's going to springboard that to a run to fill Debbie Stabenow's seat.
She's a former CIA analyst. She did beat Barrett, and I guess my take on this is that Stabenow's held that seat since 2001. 2018, there was a lot of talk about John James beating her. He lost by 6.5%, which is not close. I don't think the Democrats need to worry, to be honest with you. I think they just need a competent candidate, and Stabenow's carried that seat for 23 years now. Here's the flip side of that. Who are the two Republicans that have filed so far? Nikki Snyder, who's a Republican State Board of Education member. The AP says she's not considered high profile. And Michael Hoover, who is a small business owner in Jackson, is born in Jackson. As you know, I'm a lifelong resident of Jackson, and I've never heard of him. So far, I don't think the Democrats have much to worry about.
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of talk that maybe Pete Meyer might throw his hat in the ring, and Tudor Dixon apparently has been talking in the background about perhaps throwing her hat in the ring. So it could get interesting, but I think Ms. Slotkin really has a tailwind behind her. So I think it's actually she seems to be the strongest or the most likely candidate right now to win a majority of the votes.
Here's what I can tell you. I worked in the Ann Arbor News for 8 years, and I got a look at the Democratic machine. And generally speaking, they know who they want to run in these types of seats. So what I'm interested to see in is if anybody's going to challenge her on the Democratic side and who that would be. Because if she is the choice of the party, I don't think there's much more to talk about. I think that's the Democrats will win. So that's the only thing I'm not sure about. But in my experience, the Democrats know who they want to run for this seat. Because the other one, James, said he's not going to.
He is firmly ensconced in Lansing, and he's getting the lay of the land, and he's getting a little bit of training in life as a working politician. So I think that will probably serve him well until he seeks a higher office or he's term limited out of the Michigan House. Again, we shall see. Listeners can keep up with this story and more at thecentersquare.com. For Tom Gantert, our managing editor, this is Bruce Walker. Please subscribe, and thanks for listening.
Freedom and liberty are important to all of us. If you're looking for civil, intellectual conversations with those shaping the future of freedom, try the Future of Freedom podcast with me, Scott Bertram. We speak with leaders across the country in the greater conservative and libertarian movements. In-depth conversations about where the next intellectual battles will happen across the country. It's the Future of Freedom podcast. Find it at americastalking.com or wherever you get your podcasts.